Hi everyone, this is Ramya. Welcome to my channel. So today we are going to learn finite verbs. What is a finite verb? A finite verb is a verb which changes with respect to subject, tense and mood, and also voice. Let's see in detail about this finite verb. Finite verb acts as a main verb in a sentence. Main verb is nothing but the verb which is very important. It acts like a main verb in a sentence and it indicates number, gender, mood. As I said you, it changes with respect to subject and the number of subject, if it is singular or plural. Based on that the verb changes, and also based on the gender, whether the subject is he, she. Based on the gender also finite verb changes. Based on the mood and voice, the mood of the sentence and the voice, whether it is in active voice or passive voice, based on that the finite verb changes and it plays the role of verb. It acts like only verb but not any other parts of speech. It plays the role of a verb, that's it. Verb is nothing but action. So it plays the role of only an action word in the sentence. Now let's understand this finite verbs topic with some examples. The first example we have is Sita cooks biryani. So can you tell me in this sentence what is the subject? Sita is subject, cooks is verb, biryani is object. Here if you observe clearly, cooks is a verb and we have s here. Cook plus is. Why we have this plural verb here? Because based on the gender, here Sita is a female gender. So based on this gender, this verb changed automatically. If we have we, I, they here in the place of subject, automatically the verb becomes singular verb. We can call it as they cook or they say, we call. So based on the gender and the subject and tense, finite verb automatically changes. And if you observe this next example, Ramu plays cricket. Here Ramu is subject, plays is verb, cricket is object. So this is in present tense. We can easily say by observing this verb. This is in present tense because if you observe, plays is a present verb form and also we have added s here. To play we have added s. Why? Because the subject is a male gender. So based on the gender the verb changes and based on the tense also the verb changes. And the next example we have is he kicked the ball. Subject is he, kicked is verb, the ball is object. Can you tell me this sentence is in which tense? Yes, it is in past tense. Based on this verb, we can easily identify the tense. As the second point tells, indicates the tense also. So this kicked verb is indicating the tense of the sentence. So, because this is in the past tense. So by looking at this verb, we can easily identify the tense of the sentence. So this is all about finite verbs. Now for your clear understanding, let's see some more examples. So friends, always remember one point about finite verbs. These finite verbs answer the question who, when and how many. Who has done the action and when that action is done and how many people has done the action. So finite verbs answer all these questions. Now let's see some more examples about finite verbs. First one is he ate an apple. Here he is subject, ate is verb and apple is object. Can you identify the tense? This is in past tense. So by looking at the main verb, we can easily identify the tense. So this is finite verb. So based on the gender, there is no change because this is in the past tense. If it is in the present tense, automatically based on the gender, the main verb changes. We will get he eats an apple. We add s to the main verb eat. So by that eats verb, we can identify the gender. And the next example, she washes the dishes. Here she is subject, washes is verb, and the dishes is object. Can you identify the main verb here? So this is main verb, washes. Here we are adding es here to the main verb. We are adding es to the main verb. Why? Because the gender is third form. Here she is a gender. And can you tell me it is in which tense? It is in present tense. By observing the main verb, we can easily say the tense of the sentence. And third example, the boy has thrown a paper. What is the subject here? The boy is a subject. And what is the main verb? Thrown is a main verb. And here has is helping verb. What is the object? A paper is object. Can you tell me it is in which tense? It is in present perfect tense. We are able to identify the tense based on the main verb. So that's why it is finite verb. And we are using has for this gender, male gender. For the boy, we are using has here. So it is also indicating the gender. Here both are together, helping verb and main verb both together are finite verbs. Is it clear? And the next example we have, I came at 9 p.m. I is subject and came is verb. This is object. I is subject. Can you tell me what is the tense of this sentence? Came is past tense. So this sentence is in past tense. So it is indicating tense and it is ultimately finite verb. And next fifth one, teacher gave a notebook. So in this sentence, identify the subject. Teacher is subject and gave is verb. A notebook is object. Can you identify the tense? Yes, it is in past tense. So that's why this gave is finite verb. Next sentence, Sheila sent a message. Identify the subject here. Sheila is subject, sent is verb, a message is object. And this is also in the past tense. So as I gave you a definition of finite verb, it changes with respect to tense, subject, mood and voice. So these are the examples of finite verbs. I hope you have understood clearly. So friends, we have learned about finite verbs. Now let us learn about non-finite verbs. These non-finite verbs are completely opposite to finite verbs. These non-finite verbs do not play any role of main verbs. And these verbs used as noun, adjective and adverb in a sentence. And this verb doesn't indicate any mood, gender, tense and voice. Now let us see some examples to understand these points clearly. First example is, I like watching TV. So in this sentence, can you identify what is the subject? I is subject, like is verb, watching TV. So if like is main verb, then what is this watching? This watching is a non-finite verb. It's not doing any action in this sentence. See, if the sentence is like, I am watching TV, then in that case, that watching plays the role of main verb. But we don't have any helping verb before this watching. We have like here before watching. So in this sentence, this like acts as finite verb and this watching is non-finite verb. It's not indicating any gender here. Even if you have I or she, now let us replace this I with she and let us read the sentence again. She likes watching TV. What is changing here? Which verb is changing here based on the gender? Like is changing. We have changed into likes based on the gender. She likes. Watching is changing? No, it's not changing. Watching is not changing in the sentence. It doesn't change with respect to subject, tense, mood or voice, gender. So that's why here this watching is non-finite verb in this sentence. Let's see one more example. They wanted to go. So can you tell me this sentence is in which tense? It is in past tense. Here they is subject, wanted is verb. Then what is this to go? We know that go is a V1 verb. Go is a verb. But before that we have to. So this is not a finite verb here. Now eliminate this to go and read the sentence. They wanted. They wanted what? We don't know. So it is telling about the subject. So this is called non-finite verb, but it doesn't change with respect to subject. Now let us change the subject. In the place of they, let us use she here. She wanted to go. Let us change the tense here. She wants to go. What is changing here? This want base verb is changing here. It has changed into wants. So this is finite verb and this is non-finite verb. This non-finite verb doesn't change based on the gender, subject or tense. Even if we have used past tense, there is no change here. Even if we have used present tense, there is no change here. So based on the tense or gender, subject, voice, it doesn't change. The next example is I enjoyed his dancing. I is subject here, enjoyed is verb, his dancing is, here this dancing is non-finite verb. And also generally we call it this extra part as predicate in a sentence. Apart from verb, the rest of the sentence is called as predicate. It's not playing the role of verb here. It's playing the role of noun here in this sentence. Now let us test. In the place of I, use she. She enjoyed his dancing. So by observing this enjoyed main verb, we can tell the tense. What is the tense? It is in past tense. Now change the tense. Enjoy is main verb. Let us take he. He enjoys. We are adding s here to the main verb. For this male gender, he enjoys his dancing. Even if I change the gender, there is no change in this dancing because it remains as it is. Because it's not a finite verb to change with respect to gender or tense. It's a non-finite verb. That's why there is no change here. I hope this non-finite verb topic is clear to you. If you understand this class, please like, share and subscribe.